Welcome to the BioGBit channel. In this video, we are going to see about the cell nucleus in detail. Myself, Dr. Sunil Patil, welcomes you all. We have already studied many videos on the cell biology. The cell nucleus in detail we are going to see in this lecture. If you like the video, subscribe it or press the bell icon to like it, and you may share it. BioGBit channel. You will get the information of new videos. In this part of nucleus we are going to see this point: shape, size, number and position of nucleus, then ultrastructure of nuclear membrane and the pore complex, nucleolus, general organization, chemical composition and function of nucleolus, the nucleoplasm, that is nuclear sap or nuclear matrix. This point we are going to see in this video. The nucleocytoplasmic interaction we are going to see as the next video, nucleocytoplasmic interaction. So we are starting from the first thing, that is characteristic of nucleus. A large membrane bound, usually spherical protoplasmic structure within a living cell containing the cell hereditary material controlling its metabolism, growth and reproduction. Nucleus as a cell organelle was first described by Robert Brown as in 1831. Structure of nucleus of eukaryotic cell become distinct in a non-dividing cell or during interphase. Such an interphase nucleus is made up of nuclear envelope, nucleoplasm, nucleolus and chromatin network. Some sieve tube of vascular plants and the red blood cells of mammal, they does not have the nucleus or lack nuclei at the maturity. So sieve tube of vascular plant cell and the erythrocyte or red blood cell lacks the nucleus, enucleated cells. These two are the common examples of enucleated cells. The shape of nucleus, first point, it depends on the shape of cell, internal environment of cell and the physiological stage of cell. Generally it is spherical but may be elliptical, oval or irregular in shape. So we are going to see the different types of according to the shape. The epithelial cell having disc shape, you can see disc shape nucleus. In paramecium large nucleus, it is kidney shape. You can see the macronucleus, it is kidney shape, micronucleus, it is disc shape. Then muscle cell, these are the muscle cell where nucleus are columnar. The leukocytes, WBCs, you can see the nuclei are irregular in shape or multilobe nuclei are found. The bilobe nuclei are found in the white blood cells. Then about the size of nucleus, it depends upon the volume of cell, amount of DNA, amount of protein and metabolic state of the cell or the number of chromosome. The size varies from 3 to 25 micrometer in diameter. Size of the nucleus varies. The nucleoplasmic ratio, there is a definite ratio of nucleus and its plasma, cytoplasm. So there is a definite ratio observed between the size of nucleus and volume of cytoplasm, the ratio of cytoplasm and nucleus. It is called the nucleocytoplasmic ratio, or it is also called nucleoplasmic index. Nucleus of haploid cell is smaller than the nucleus of diploid cell. The formula to find out the nucleoplasmic ratio or index, it is NP equal to volume of nucleus divided by volume of cytoplasm minus volume of nucleus. So NP means nucleoplasmic ratio equal to volume of nucleus divided by volume of cytoplasm minus volume of nucleus. So in this way we can calculate the nucleoplasmic ratio. It is fixed for particular cell but different for different cells and at different state of the cell. So number of nucleus, it is also very generally one nucleus present in most cells. However, there are certain eukaryotic cells which show variation in number of nucleus. So we can see on the number of nucleus, first is enucleated cell without nucleus. We have already seen the example, RBCs or erythrocytes of mammals, sieve tube of higher plants, they does not having the nucleus. Uninucleated cell, most cells are uninucleated or single nucleus. Usually many plant and animal cells are uninucleated. Nerve cell, muscle cell, WBC, they all are binucleated cell, the cell with two nuclei, paramecium, we see macro and micronucleus. The liver cell, binucleated, cartilage cell, multinucleated cell, This cell 3 or more nuclei. Osteoblast means bone cells of bone marrow. Striated muscle fiber we have already seen. The multinucleated cell. Then we are moving to the structure of cell, structure of nucleus. The first point is the nuclear envelope. The nucleus is enclosed by double layered cellular membrane called as the nuclear envelope. The two membranes are separated from each other 10 to 30 nanometer apart. The outer nuclear membrane is connected to the network of tubule and sac, that is the endoplasmic reticulum. You can see outer membrane connected to the endoplasmic reticulum. The space between the two membranes, it is called as the perinuclear space. It is fluid filled space. The nuclear envelope separates the contents of the nucleus from the cytoplasm. The outer membrane is rough due to presence of ribosome on it. The inner membrane is smooth as it is associated with the fibrous protein, or it is called as the nuclear lamina also. So the nuclear pores, the nuclear membrane is pierced with holes, that is called as the nuclear pores. These pores or holes of the nucleus are communicate with the rest of the cell and control the passing of the substances in and out of the nucleus. The number of nuclear pores are correlated with the transcription activity. The cells with more transcription activity have more pores. The nuclear pores are 50 to 80 nanometer in diameter and octagonal in shape. These are enclosed by circular structure called as the annuli, or single is called as the annulus. The pore and annulus togetherly form the nuclear pore complex. It consists two annuli or two rings. Annulus means rings with inside diameter of 80 nanometer. 8 radial spokes are connected these two rings. It forms the nuclear pore complex. A human cell having 3000 to 4000 nuclear pores. So you can see these are the two annuli or rings. They are connected with the radial pores which control nuclear import. Receptors are there at one end, protein and nuclear localization, then nuclear membrane. At the nuclear membrane these things are present. The nuclear export receptors are present on some and import on others. Then cargo delivery to cytosols, how they are transported we are going to see in detail. The next part, the nucleoplasm or karyoplasm, it is third part. The nucleus contains nuclear sap or nucleoplasm, semi-fluid matrix enclosed by the nuclear envelope. This is also known as the nucleoplasm or karyoplasm. It holds the nucleolus and the suspended chromatins. It is composed of nucleoprotein and proteins, enzymes and minerals. It consists several chromatins. The nucleolus, it is the fourth part. At the center of nucleus has a dark dense spherical area known as nucleolus. The content of nucleolus is continuous with the rest of the nucleoplasm. Only it is dense part. As it is not membrane bound structure, the nucleolus is the production factory of ribosome, which in turn manufacture proteins. So indirectly the nucleolus is also called as the protein factory. Thus it can be said that nucleolus is indirectly involved in the protein and RNA synthesis. It consists DNA and nucleolar region, 4 types of rRNA, 70S ribosome and RNA binding proteins. Depending on the synthetic activity of cell, there are one or more nucleoli present in the nucleoplasm. For example, cell of oocyte contain large nucleolus, whereas the sperm cell contain very small nucleolus. The nucleolus takes up around 25% of the volume of the nucleus, but there is no clear demarcation between nucleolus and the nucleoplasm. So it is only dense part of the nucleoplasm where ribosomes are produced and other RNA binding proteins are produced. The function of nucleolus, the first function is the ribosome formation. This is the process how ribosomes are formed. The nucleolus is a ribosome producing site. The ribosomal RNA gene of the nucleolar organizer region are transcribed by RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase first and rRNA is formed. Ribosomal protein are synthesized in the cytoplasm. These enter the nucleolus through the nuclear envelope. The rRNA is packaged with the ribosomal protein to produce ribosome. In this way, the 45S ribosomes are manufactured in the nucleolus. S stands for the Svedberg, it is sedimentation coefficient of the ribosome. During this 45S ribosome lose some of its RNA and protein and then split to form separate precursors of large and small subunits. These precursors are either 18S, 28S, 58S or 5S rRNAs. These subunits are now transformed to the cytoplasm where they are joined to form the ribosome. Large and small subunits togetherly form a ribosome. So in this way, nucleolus, it is factory of ribosome. The second function of the nucleolus, formation of rRNA. Nucleolus, by the process of transcription, involved in the formation of various kinds of rRNA which are required to form subunit of the ribosomes. The third function, protein synthesis. Nucleolus is involved in the production of subunit which then together form the ribosomes. Therefore, nucleolus plays an important role in protein synthesis and production of ribosome. Maggio in 1960 and others have suggested that the protein synthesis takes place in the nucleolus also. Some cell biologists suggest that the ribosomal protein are synthesized by the nucleolus. The fourth function, role in mitosis. Nucleolus plays an important role in the mitosis as it acts as a nucleolar organizer. Then about the chromatin network, the interphase nucleus has highly extended and elaborate nucleoprotein fibers to form the network of chromatin. DNA gets associated with protein molecule to form chromatin. DNA plus the protein, they form the chromatin. During different stages of the cell division, cell shows structured chromosomes. The chromatin contain DNA and some basic protein called the histones and non-histone protein and also RNA. So DNA plus histones or histone proteins. A single human cell has approximately 2 meter long thread of DNA distributed among the 46 chromosomes. You can see this. It is very compact. The chromosomes are made up of heterochromatin and euchromatin. So you have to understand the difference between heterochromatin and euchromatin here. Heterochromatin is the region which remains highly condensed during the interphase and typically not transcribed region. It is the heterochromatin. Means inactive region, it is called as the heterochromatin. While the part which remains uncondensed and it is called the euchromatin, it is can be transcribed, means it is active region. Heterochromatin is composed of 25A fibrils, angstrom thick fibrils, whereas the euchromatin contain mainly 30 to 80 angstrom thick fibrils. Heterochromatin is considered to be genetically inert or inactive and it is not involved in the synthesis of DNA or transcription. So functions of nucleus, togetherly nucleus is the core of cell and perform various vital activities of the cell. It is responsible for protein synthesis, cell division, growth and differentiation. First function, metabolism. Nucleus controls all the vital activities of the cell. It is regulatory organelle in the cell. It regulates all its activities through the specific proteins. Second function, heredity. Since the nucleus contains the genetic material in the form of DNA molecule or in its chromosome, the genetic material transcribe the characters from parents to offspring or from one generation to the next generation. The Hammerlin grafting experiment with the single cell green algae Acetabularia show that the nucleus of cell contain the genetic information that direct cellular development. So differentiation, it is the third function of nucleus. Nucleus control the cell differentiation during the embryonic development, during the development of particular cell into specific tissue. Such development is controlled by the nucleus through gene expression. Fourth function, RNA synthesis. The synthesis of ribosomal and other RNA synthesis takes place in the nucleus. Fifth function, exchange of material. Nuclear membrane is concerned with the exchange of material between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. The sixth one is the support. Nuclear membrane provide a surface for the attachment of the cytoplasm and microtubule and microfilament. 7th is the genetic code. Nucleus contain the master plan for the protein synthesis in the form of triplet codons. So this is about the nucleus. See you again the next lecture. It is of the nucleoplasmic interaction, the small part from the same nucleus chapter, but it is in the next video you are going to see. So subscribe the video. So thank you once again.